The military base was the source of.
Everybody knew that something was popping around Fort Bragg. It was so, that the streets knew long before the authorities knew that Fort Bragg was ground zero for that China White coming in. Again, shout out to Ray Tatum from Getting Off Zero down in Atlanta. He OG from Atlanta. He tell me story after story about everybody knew that the bag you were gonna come across up there at Fort Bragg. That's who had it. The boys at the Bragg is who had that good thing.
Really?
Yeah, that was common knowledge. And because of its proximity from North Carolina to Atlanta, that's when that late 70s, when Ike Atkins and Frank Matthews and Frank Lucas was from down there, but he wasn't the one bringing the shit in. But Ike Atkins for sure and his network, and Frank Matthews for sure and his network, was deep in Atlanta. So it made sense that Atlanta had grew as far as people don't talk about it. Atlanta don't get its credit like Detroit or Harlem back in the day. But for those who in the union, who've been around and interact with them people, it was some brothers in Atlanta getting major bread. That strip club that you hear Killer Mike talking about, the people behind that, the Blue Flame?
Even back in the 70s.
I'm talking about back in the 70s. The family who owned the Blue Flame go back to the 60s and 70s getting money. And they still own it to this day. And I'm sure they're out the game. They've been out the game for a minute. But yeah, Atlanta got a long, rich history of hustlers, top tier, as the authorities would call them, of top tier narcotic traffickers. Tier 1 narcotic traffickers.